Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD siege, and we're showing off the new Spanish faction, the Kingdom of Navarre. And you can see here we have some of their guard archers, their guard flextors, which is what you do to an arrow, I believe. It's like part of the process of making them, but they look awesome. I mean, these guys look amazing. Look at like their uniforms, like the little Navarre emblem on there, and these are like the most elite archers that you can bring for Navarre. So yes, we are checking out the new Spanish faction. We also have a new Italian faction. We have Naples, though the Italian factions still have a little bit of work to do. They're not got the greatest of variations, but Naples still looks amazing. Even still, you can see a lot of dead Navarre's people here, I guess you'd say. I mean, they're getting bombarded by these mortars and by the trebuchet back there. But we'll have a quick look at some of the units as we're in slow-mo. So we have some Pavy spears here. Nothing new there, obviously. Just like the emblems are different, and like on their shields, and they kind of slightly different uniforms. But they're pretty damn cool. We have their Dismounted Armadas as the late variant of their shock infantry. They look amazing. We'll later have a look in a moment at the high variant. We have we've obviously seen their guard flexors here. This is their Armado halberdiers. It's one of their, well, it's their most elite halberdier unit. They look amazing as well. They're just like solid steel, really. Obviously, we have a trebuchet back here. Nothing massively different in that. We have the King's Bodyguard over here, showing off the Navarre colors. Look at those shields. They look amazing. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love Navarre's like emblem. It's just so basic but so good. We have spear sergeants here. These are just a medium tier 2 unit. They look awesome as well. I do like the look of them. Then we've got some other units over here. We've got like the Dismounted Hidalgos. It's like a unit that also Castile has, I'm pretty sure. Castile or Aragon. And these guys are like these guys are tier 1, so they're like the old fashion, but they're the most expensive sword unit. We'll show the tier 3 swords in a moment, but they don't look as impressive as these guys, which look amazing. And then what have we got here? More Pavis. We've got this is more Navarre's. We've got Spanish Order Foot Knights, which if you played as any of the Spanish factions before, you've already seen these guys. Also Navarre has them. They look amazing as well. Like the Knights of Calatrava and Santiago. That's what makes up these Spanish Order Foot Knights. And I'm pretty sure that's all there is over here. And then we'll go to the far side. I think there's just more Dismounted Hidalgos there. Yeah. We'll quickly go to the other side. We'll look at some of the cav units. We've got the Armados here. These guys look amazing as well. Look at those. Absolute menaces. This shock cavalry is going to be very nasty, as every shock cavalry unit is. Then this is the most elite sword unit they got in tiers in a way. It's a tier 3 unit, but it's a light melee unit. It's called Piones. I don't know how you pronounce it. But yeah, they look kind of cool. They got barely any armor. They got a big round shield though, big oval shield, so that should protect them. I wonder if like they could have a tier 3 sword unit added. That'd be really good. And here you go. Here's the tier 2 shock infantry. It's kind of hidden at the moment. It's a bit more colourful in a way. It's not just in steel armor. They've got more like padded like clothing on and then chainmail underneath. But it does look like the siege is about to begin. We'll have a quick look at some of the Naples units. I mean, you've got these units are just basically the same as like the Papal States or any of the other Italian faction. But this is the Umeni di Arme, or however you say it. We've seen them before, and I'm pretty sure. We've got Pavis crossbows here. Well, not Pavis crossbows, Pavis spears. They've got like fleur-de-lis and stuff because obviously Naples is linked to France. They look awesome. And what else have we got? We've got this unit. I'm not sure if I've seen this before. Rotoluri Province. I don't know how you say that, but it's a sword unit there. They look awesome as well. And then I'm pretty sure, I mean, the cavalry's actually outside here. We've seen these guys before. This is just a staple heavy cavalry of the Italian states. Got the Umuni di Arme, just pure steel and death is what that is. That is nasty. And then I'm pretty sure, I mean, we've got Pavis crossbows here. There's Balisari, which we've seen before. And then there are bows, just Archiari, Provincieri. I can't say these names. But anyway, the battle has begun. We'll watch as the Spanish Order Foot Knights fight it out against these swords. The difference is it's tier 1 versus tier 3. So that could be a huge difference in the in like what happens. They do look good.
Enemy troops have reached the walls.
And then you can hear the towers come down. That's going to do a lot of damage to the units. I mean, you can see here these Spanish Order foot knights are already losing. They're not being given the chance to form up by the Naples and the Neapolitan forces, I guess you'd say. I'm pretty sure like Naples was in one of my Napoleon Total War 3 battles, and I struggled to think of the plural for them. But you can see the cavalry's already charging out here, and I've mustered a large amount of troops here. We have this all hidden here. These guys are going to be focusing down these Navarre flexes. This is going to be certainly a unit they'll come for. You can't even see the cavalry. It's like over there. But they're going to try and come for this cavalry. But it's going to be stopped in its tracks by the Armados. And the King's bodyguard is going to have to mobilize and come across. And out of nowhere, well, you can see all my cavalry has trekked all the way across here. Because I thought they might do a sort of a breach over there, but it didn't seem to be the case. I'm now chasing the cavalry away, chasing the Italians away. So all the Italians know how to do is run, flee. But yes, I mean that's not good for them either, because that means A, they're going to run into this cavalry here, but also they're losing combat because they're trying to pull out of combat. And that's never a good idea. We're also fighting down at the gate here. We're having a rough time. This is equally just as hard. These dismounted Hildagos fighting off against the same. I think this is actually tier 2. Oh no, this is tier 1 as well. Umurni di Armani. So it's actually tier 1 versus tier 1. There's a chance here. We're going to see all the glorious colours of each side. And I mean, that's a good thing about tier 1, that they have like different units. That guy's got a Cairo on his shield. I didn't realise Navarre cared so much about well, Christianity. I mean, that's kind of also like the emblem of the Western Roman Empire at one point. And there you go, some more tier 3 stuff going in there now. That's going to certainly help the balance there. We've now got archers going onto the wall here. This is the Navarre Guard flexes, but this is the tier 2 variant. A bit more colourful. Like the later you get into like history, I guess they have less colours and just more armour. But yeah, I mean they're firing just directly down here at everything that's fighting down there. It's just a nice easy targets for them to shoot. And it's the same on this side. We have more tier 2 guard flexes. They really need to send up more swords because these units are both losing. But I was kind of a bit worried about over here. We were having a rough time, but my spears started breaking through this. What are they fighting? Some Cernite swordsmen. They're a light sword unit. I didn't even realise these were on the battlefield. But I mean, they don't look anything impressive. These Cernites. They're kind of a bit like the Pyrenees that I brought. But yeah, we're having a good bit of success with it. I mean, you can see, look at this. They're focusing down my general and the cavalry with the artillery. And that's some good hits there. But we're also now fighting over here. I'm now forming up a lot of Spanish Order foot knights. This is an insane amount. Unlike Templars, there's no limit on these guys. You can bring a shed ton of them. And they're going to go into combat. And this looks like it's going to be against a tier 2. Yeah. So they might have a hard time here as well. But it's so good to see Navarre here. I mean, Navarre is like has, for the size of the region, it's which is on the border of France and Spain. I should say Navarre is like a border county. Like France claims it as theirs, and then like Castile claims it's part of their lands. But yeah, for like the size of it has so much influence in various wars, including the 100 Years' War. Like I think his name's Charles of Navarre or something like that. He's got quite a lot of influence in the 100 Years' War, in his small kingdom, and getting involved. Certainly on the English side and on the French side apart. But you can see here these dismounted Hildagos are surrounding the Naples infantry. And I mean, look at all the glorious colours. They look amazing. You can barely tell the difference. Both sides have decided to go with really colourful units. But I did promise to show you guys the new Spanish faction. That's a really good hit there, actually, by the trebuchet. I mean, which is actually all wiped out. Look at this. It's all been, I mean, all of them are basically taken out. They have their mortar still with a lot of ammo. And I'm sure this guy is going to try and get as many kills as possible. And you can see he's trying to go for Armados here. Not a bad target at all. And the response to my guard Fletcher's being put on the wall over here. They're going to put a lot of their own archers up on the wall here. It's a bit of a harder angle for them. And I feel like these guard archers might have, or these guard flexers might have really good armor. The flexers, I mean, these flexers are starting to drop though. They better fire a bit more quickly. I mean, all their troops, all their defense now at the bottom is gone. And now Naples is onto the wall to face these archers. And even though they're guard archers, I don't think they'll fight too well in combat, sadly. So they might be silenced once and for all. And I mean, over here you can see they are still firing down here, just trying to get some good kills. But hopefully, it looks like more swords are being sent up on this flank now. Finally, there's some shock infantry down there as well, actually fighting out. It's going to be a brutal, brutal fight, this. But we are fighting at Constantinople for some random reason. We just felt, well, Constantinople, what's a better place to show off Navarre than here, in the one of the great cities of, well, of the game, I guess. But yeah, the cavalry's got inside and has actually started charging over here. And, well, it looks like, yeah, this infantry might be done for. I say that, but I mean, it's still holding. It's been charged twice by really heavy shot cav. And yeah, it's actually it's in pretty good condition. They've only lost like 30 men to a charge. I mean, this cavalry is pretty damn elite, and this one's actually going to break. But here we go, we've got some dismounted Hildargers coming. The gate has been taken. And here we go. The clash can begin. And Navarre is, well, he's looking for blood. He's looking for a fight. I don't, look at their helmets are really weird though. They've got like almost, I'll try and get a really good close-up for you guys. But this guy's helmet, look, it kind of reminds me like a World War II, like American helmet almost. Look, you can see here, this guy's got a fleur-de-lis going on. Shows like the French influence that there was in Navarre during the whole time period. And I'm pretty sure like one of the French queens does marry. Oh, it's from Navarre. But yeah, these shock infantry are losing. Because, I mean, everything's losing here apparently. But yeah, the mortars are actually influencing this fight. They're doing enough damage to actually make these spear sergeants and dismounted armadas lose this fight. And that'll be a good hit. That'll explode in a moment. And then they're going to go up in flames. And there you go, some explosions going off. The spear sergeant seems to be doing okay. Oh, he lost his arm, that guy. Oh, brutal. Yeah, here comes the cavalry. It's going to come try and get its way through. Find a way through. Running out of cavalry, to be fair. I mean, we have a whole unit over here that's fresh and available to do stuff. I mean, you might want to come down here and help over here. I mean, there's a nice blockade waiting for the cavalry here. We've got a lot of more Pavese spears, all in shield wall waiting. But we're nearly through here. I mean, the halberds need to just get in position. They can support this fight here. But Navarre is we're really pushing for the mortar. It's really, really desperate at times. And look at this. His Armados is having a rough time. He needs to really charge into the back of these this infantry unit. Oh, it's going to go for archers, I think. It's not a bad idea. Silence the archers. Shock cavalry incoming. And all the archers are like, run, flee for your lives, flee. And here it comes. And there they go. Oh, there's nothing better than a cavalry charge into like archers or infantry. And I mean, I'm surprised this unit. Look at this unit over here. Well, I'll just say it as it breaks. That unit was fully surrounded. It's taken forever to break. We now got the halberds into combat over here. Navarre is able to push up. And yeah, with the halberd support here, they should be able to break through this. I mean, these Pavese just won't be able to stop the long pointy pikes or halberds of the of Navarre. And I think they're focusing down with the archers. They're focusing down the mortar crew. It's not a bad idea. I mean, you can't shoot it with fire arrows. You might as well just shoot it. But look at that blob there is. That's a serious blob going on. I mean, they've routed shock infantry along with their own troops. And the general's now gone in for Navarre. He's got a nice charge into the back there of the infantry that's still holding on. And there you go, that first line has broken. There's now another unit of Pavese Spears, but it probably won't fare well with the halberds appearing. And there you go with their slow, slow march. And you can see here, this mortar crew is getting focused down. I mean, it's nearly out of ammo, but I mean, it's not lost that many men. There's not that many men. I mean, the swords are now fighting over here. We've got orders, or Spanish order getting engaged. They should win this fight. Pavese versus swords. It ends in the swords usually winning. Unless they have missile support soon, these order knights will probably win this fight. I mean, will they break through two lines though? I'm not sure. They certainly break through the first. But they're still fighting in this gate. That's impressive. I mean, the spears now over here trying to stop a shock infantry counterattack by Naples. It's a brave thing by Naples, setting forward his shock infantry. I mean, they're getting deep in. Look at this guy. He's just gone absolutely ham. He doesn't give a damn. And I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. But yes, if you'd like to try out Navarre, then you do need to get the tester version of 1212 AD. It is in the 1212 AD Discord if you'd like to obviously apply to be a tester. They're always wanting more and more people to do it. And yeah, it's gives you great access to all the new factions that are coming up, including Navarre. And you can see if there's any bugs and stuff like that. They're always wanting that. Or if you just want to play it for fun. You can see, look at this shock infantry is about to charge in. This is not a good sign. Shock infantry and the halberds. This could be painful for the shock infantry. Just a load of steel versus steel. It's nasty. And you can see, look at this battery of guard flextors. They look amazing. Firing volleys. What are they firing? Oh, they're firing at shock infantry here in reserve. A good target to shoot at. Always, if you're new to 1212, always shoot at like units like this. This is a poor missile block, so it's easy to kill. Or should be anyway. And we have more cavalry around here. We have more swords coming around as well. Trying to get away through. It's a brutal fight, I won't lie. It's been a brutal fight the entire time we've been fighting. Naples is running out of troops and tricks. We've got shock infantry here fighting against Pavese. This should be an easy victory here for the shock infantry. Pavese are just no match. And there you go. It looks like the Pavese is about to break. It's on to the next layer of Pavese, which have kind of broken their shield wall. There's like these three guys here that are so brave. Over here, I mean, these shock infantry are trying to hold back this whole horde of Navarre troops. As like all these archers back here try and fire. I mean, they're actually causing a lot of these units to lose decisively. This one's wavering as well. It's just the halberds that are pretty sturdy at this point. There are plenty more reserves. Got all this light infantry here. That's in reserve. And all of these spear sergeants as well. The general is now being mobilized. The general, I mean, we've actually broken through here, so no wonder. But yeah, the general is broken. Well, is able to break through, and he can go for these crossbows. He needs to be careful though. These crossbows have good armor piercing. And I mean the general might make it there. He should. It's not that long a distance. And here he comes, the King's bodyguard. This is going to be painful. Oh, yeah, that's painful. But the King of Naples is also appearing. He's going to carry on the fight. And the King at this moment is going round because he wants to attack the spears here, which is not a bad idea. To free up all of his sword units here and the cavalry here. Unknowing that there's a King of Naples here, I guess. I mean, he's pretty upgraded. He should be okay. But if he gets stuck between these spears and the cavalry, he might be in trouble. He's going to go for another charge here. And these Pavis are going to try and turn around. They won't be able to form shield wall in time. Oh, that was a nasty charge as well. Knocking over a lot of troops. Nice. Is that the King there? It is the King. The King of Navarre is right at the back. What a coward. And he's not the last around the corner in fairness. But he is certainly one of the last. He needs to be careful. And yeah, they're running into the next line of the general's bodyguard after knocking down the first line, going into the next. And coming in from the front are the Armados. They're trying to break through, try and save their king. And there you go, look at that, the King has fallen. That is a brutal end for the battle. I don't think it's going to change the balance of power or what's the result, but the King of Navarre is not going to see his victory today. Look at that as the knights battle through to try and get to the King's body. I don't know where he is, probably near the back of this fight. He was a bit of a coward. I can't see him. Who knows? Who knows? I can't. Oh, there he is. You can see his gold crown. Dead on the ground, face down in the mud. Just like a commoner. And the Order foot knights trying to break through. These elite fighting men. And I mean, there you go. You can see a huge chain rout going on. And I mean, the general's going to charge over here. Going to try and charge here. I mean, there's a huge line here. I mean, look at this. Pavi Spear is going to get knocked down. Oh my gosh. I mean, it got pretty badly knocked, but it's still okay. Shock infantry in behind. They need to charge in, really. And I mean, there's a lot of archers now firing. I mean, look at all of these guard flextors. I mean, it's wavering already at 39 men. That's never a good sign. And there you go. I mean, look, they've all broken through there. And the Spanish foot knights are in. And it's a close victory for Navarre. So well done to Navarre. A first victory on the channel as they get shown off for the first time. But yeah, we'll have a quick look at some of the results. I was playing as Navarre, as Dodgy Gold was playing as the Kingdom of Naples. If you'd like to go and check out his channel, he's also a Total War YouTuber. I definitely recommend you go and check him out. I'll leave his link in the description. But we will now have a look at the end results. I mean, the King, even though he died, got 226 kills, which is pretty damn reasonable for a King's bodyguard. The Dismounted Armadas is the high period one, getting 270 kills, and the only, like, they did better than all of the other, like, the late ones, bar this one, which got 315 kills, which is damn good for that. Spear Sergeant's getting 185. The Pavis getting 96 kills is actually pretty good for Pavis, and then the Halberdiers here getting 316 kills, which is very good. Then these Peons, which is like the light infantry unit, getting 111. The Dismounted Hidalgos, even though they were tier 1, did pretty well, getting 131. The Spanish Order Foot Knights didn't get that many kills. They were pretty outmatched with just about everything they fought. The Navarre's Guard Flextors getting 149, sorry. The best one, that's the high variant. Then the Navarre's Guard Flextors, the late variant, getting 101. So actually, the high ones are better than the late ones. And then the Armados getting 150, and then the I think that was the high one, and then the late one here, which got 116 kills. That did well, and the Trebuchet getting 120, which is pretty good for a Trebuchet. Then the King of Naples getting 149 kills, and then it's his shock infantry here getting 174. Nothing did amazing until you kind of get to these Rotolari I don't know how. This is a sword unit here, 196, and then like he's got so many of these Umini d'Armes, like the infantry variant. I mean, it's only until like the high period that you get like 160, 190. They did really well. Then his archers only getting 48 kills, and his crossbows getting 41, and his cavalry, which went out on a brave sally, got 29 kills. It was pretty brutal for them. And then the mortar got 212 kills. I mean, mortar's just deadly, and they're always great to see on the battlefield, and they always do well. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing the Kingdom of Navarre for the first time on the channel. I'm definitely going to do more with Navarre, and may do a campaign when the 1212 new mod update is fully released, and Navarre is added to the campaign. I may do a campaign for them because it could be quite fun, I think, and they've got quite a nice roster in just about every tier. They do have quite a nice roster. But anyway, Legionnaires, until next time, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and until next time, Legionnaires, bye for now.